So guys, if you are a beginner and you are interested in understanding the simple basics and steps to follow in order to achieve a perfect portrait drawing from a reference image, I believe you are in the right place. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I'll be sharing with you guys some basic tips which will assist you to achieve an easy portrait just like the one you see in the intro of this video. So today we will be drawing this image of Tom Holland portraying Nathan Drake in Uncharted. I came across this image while I was searching for something to draw and it caught my eyes, and I thought, well, why don't I use it to make this video? So here we are at this very moment. There are three different ways to draw from a reference image. We have the freehand method, we have the tracing method, and we have the grid line method, or which I call scaling method. In case you guys are interested in the app which I use to make these grid lines, it's called Drawing Grid Maker. So this is the application right here. This is how the application is. You use it to make your grid lines. For today, we'll concentrate on the grid line method. Now, in the grid line method, we make use of grid lines to create multiple squares of the same size on our reference image, and we ensure that the squares are labeled so as to easily identify them. These squares should be transferred in a larger scale to your drawing paper depending on the size of the paper that you are using. To make things easier, if you are a beginner, I recommend you print out the image on the same size of paper that you'll be using to draw and get the accurate measurement of each square from there. But for me, I will be drawing directly from my phone. So guys, the easy secret behind using grid lines to draw all falls down to being able to identify each line and each shape as it is from the reference image. How hard could that be? I believe even a child should be able to follow simple lines and shapes from one end of a square to the other. So the basic principle is following according to the reference image, line by line and square by square, ensuring that each feature falls in place in the exact square as it is in the reference image. This is the reason why I mentioned labeling each square earlier, so as to avoid drawing the right features or details in the wrong square. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. So due to time and in order not to make this video too long, I'll just speed right through the video. So guys, we move further. I'll be explaining the steps. As you guys can see, I'm following each square line by line as it is from the reference image. Mind you, this video was sped up, so do not think that I did not make any mistakes or I did not make use of the eraser. The fact that my hands are a bit precise does not mean that I don't make mistakes. So if you're wondering, I am also a learner, so I could say myself I'm a beginner. So even in the process of drawing, do not be scared of making mistakes, and whenever you make a mistake, erase and try again, and don't give up until you get it right. Sorry, I forgot to mention one key point when beginning your drawing as well as when creating your grid lines. Now this key point is that you should ensure that you make use of very light strokes, but these strokes should be easily visible by you. What I'm trying to say is that when drawing your grid lines, make use of pencils like HB or 4H or 3H. Now these pencils are very light pencils, and when using them, ensure that you apply light pressure to them. Avoid pressing down or applying too much pressure on your pencil. The reason for this is that it makes it easier to erase whenever you make a mistake, and it will not leave unnecessary strokes and make your work look untidy. So that is one key point, because neatness of of your drawing is another thing that makes your drawing to look attractive. So as you can also observe from my grid lines, I made sure that the line are very faint, so that when I'm done with my drawing and I do not need the grid lines anymore, I will then erase these grid lines so that my drawing will be ready for shading. But this video is restricted to drawing of a portrait and not the shading aspect. So in my next video, I'll be showing you guys the shading aspect of this particular drawing. So as you guys can see, I still made use of some extra lines which I created to get in the proportions of the mouth and other facial features, so that I can be able to get the length, width, and even angles as they are in the reference image. So I could measure out these proportions using my pencil, or I could as well make use of a ruler to obtain more accuracy. By the way guys, do not be scared to go in with your pencil. We all learn by trying and making some mistakes along the way, but eventually we will get there. Try as much as possible to make your drawing light and not very dark, so that you'll be able to easily erase, because during the process of shading there may be some lines that you will not need, and you may also need to make some little adjustments to certain features during your shading. So it's essential that you are able to erase your pencil strokes easily. Wow, well, we are making progress and the drawing is coming out as expected. One thing I want to tell you guys is, don't be scared that it's not looking exactly as the character in the reference image. Most of the similarities and resemblance begin to fall in place during the shading process, because then we begin to give our drawing a three-dimensional characteristic. Now, what I mean by three-dimensional characteristics, this drawing now is in two dimensions, so we are then giving our drawing depth. So that will do it in the shading process. I hope so far you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and I believe you have learned something from it. If you have any questions or comments, please drop your comment in the comment section below, and hit the notification bell icon to get notified whenever I drop a new video. Please guys, subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed, so that we can build this channel. As you guys can see, I'm new to YouTube, so I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, until next time, thank you for watching.